The Middle East is on the brink. Missiles are flying, bases are burning, and the question the world is asking right now is simple. Who is actually winning the US-Israel versus Iran conflict? The answer is more complicated than it looks. In late February 2026, tensions that had been building for years finally exploded. The United States and Israel launched coordinated strikes on Iranian military targets, saying the operation was meant to cripple Iran's strategic capabilities. Iran responded within hours. Ballistic missiles and drones were launched toward Israeli territory and U.S. bases across the region. What began as targeted strikes quickly began to resemble something far more dangerous, a regional war in motion. Militarily, the United States and Israel struck first, and struck hard. Early reports indicate multiple Iranian air defense systems were damaged, several command facilities were hit, key military infrastructure suffered heavy losses. In the opening phase, the advantage clearly leaned toward the US-Israel alliance, which maintains superior air power and intelligence capabilities. But wars are not decided in the first strike. Iran's strategy has been different and potentially more dangerous over time. Instead of relying purely on direct confrontation, Iran has used ballistic missile barrages, drone swarm attacks, regional proxy forces. Several U.S. facilities in the Middle East have reportedly come under attack, and perhaps most concerning, Iran is signaling that it is prepared for a long war of attrition. The battlefield is not just in the sky. One of the world's biggest fears right now is the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow waterway through which a large portion of global oil flows. If Iran attempts to disrupt this route, the economic shock could be felt worldwide, including in Africa. There are also growing concerns about cyber warfare, proxy escalation in Lebanon and Syria, attacks on energy infrastructure. In modern warfare, the most dangerous moves are often the ones you don't see. So, who is actually winning? Short-term battlefield advantage, the United States and Israel. Their air superiority and precision strikes delivered the first major blows. Long-term strategic uncertainty, Iran. Because Iran's doctrine is built around endurance, regional pressure, and asymmetric warfare. If this conflict becomes prolonged, the balance could shift in unpredictable ways. The biggest fear is not who wins the first round. It's what happens if the war expands. Analysts warn the conflict could trigger global oil price spikes, shipping disruptions, wider Middle East instability. For other oil-producing countries, higher oil prices could bring revenue gains, but also fuel domestic inflation and economic pressure. For now, the conflict remains dangerously fluid. One thing is certain, the US-Israel versus Iran confrontation is no longer a shadow conflict. It is unfolding in real time, and the world is watching closely. Subscribe for clear, fact-based global updates.